Hi, my name's Nathan Fan. I'm a junior at Princeton University, and this is my submission for the Anime Speech Contest. Before we get started, I'd like to ask, when I say musubi, what is the first thing that comes to mind? Some of you might be thinking of spam musubi, which is the Hawaiian snack food made of rice, spam, and nori, but some of you might also be thinking of Kimi no Nawa, or known as Your Name. Kimi no Nawa, one of the highest grossing anime films of all time, is a film released in 2016 and directed by Shinkai Makoto that follows the story of a boy who lives in Tokyo named Taki and a girl who lives in the rural town of Itomori named Mitsuha, who switch bodies. And in the film, when Mitsuha, her grandmother, and her little sister are on their way to visiting a local deity, the word musubi comes up. Specifically, Mitsuha's grandmother describes musubi as, "Musubi is the old way of calling the local guardian god. This word has profound meaning. Tying thread is musubi. Connecting people is musubi. The flow of time is musubi. These are all the god's powers." And I remember when I heard that, or read that, because I was looking at the subtitles, it made me think, what is the relationship between anime and religion? And has there always been a relationship between religion and anime? And what can religion and anime say about the past, present, and future of anime? All these questions I'm hoping to explore in this speech. Before we get started, I guess I should give you a little bit background about my relationship with anime. I've always loved anime since my sophomore year of high school, when I first watched Danganronpa on YouTube, and then I led to more and more anime, and then that led to collecting lots of anime merchandise, such as Japanese figures, some plushies, and even mugs. But it really wasn't until I got here at Princeton that I really grappled with anime seriously as something that can have academic potential. And at my time here at Princeton, I've been able to write about Madoka Magica, Yuri on Ice, Free, and Spirited Away in my essays and research them extensively. In fact, I'm going to write about Kimi no Nawa as my junior research paper for my major, which is comparative literature. But getting back to Kimi no Nawa and its relationship with religion, it would probably be best to think about how religion existed in entertainment back in Japan, and also how religion exists in Japan in general. For referencing purposes, I want to say that most of the information I'm getting about the historical context of religion and anime is from Professor Jolyon Baraka Thomas, who is currently a professor at University of Pennsylvania and actually got his PhD at Princeton University. If you want to look further into the past about anime and its relationship with religion, we can go as far as to medieval Japan, when they used picture scrolls and Japanese picture books to tell stories about religion, tales that involve ghosts and spirits. And these storybooks and picture scrolls actually served as inspiration for manga and anime that exists today. In terms of how religion exists in Japan, it actually is surprising that most Japanese people don't really associate themselves with a fixed religion, but participate in cultural activities like visiting shrines and temples, visiting their ancestors' graves, and buying talismans and amulets to protect themselves from evil spirits. So it becomes interesting to think about how, although Japanese society isn't really religious, how can animated films like Kimi no Nawa exist and be so popular? Even the main character's family lives at a shrine, so religion definitely has some place in the animated film. Even looking at the second most popular animated film, Sento Chihiro no Kamikakushi, or also known as Spirited Away, religion is still so intertwined in its story, where the main character Chihiro deals with spirits in the spirit world and specifically deals with the river god and a lake god. So how can religion exist in anime? Well, according to Professor Jolyon Thomas, religion exists in anime in a way that it's not so set in stone and actually can be recreated, a term that he describes as playful religiosity. But what that essentially means is religion and anime can be morphed and mixed and reimagined, so it isn't necessarily concrete or a set idea. Religion and anime is something that can be explored and expanded on, and have its own uniqueness. In Kimi no Na wa, even though it takes place in modern-day Japan, we are able to see ideas of spirituality in general being incorporated into the modern day. One of the key moments in the film Kimi no Na wa is when one of the characters realizes that musubi is the reason that allows them to both switch bodies. That is the doing of God, something supernatural and spiritual. The same goes for Spirited Away. Although the story takes place in the modern day, Chihiro is traveling through the spirit world and interacting with so many different spirits, and actually seeing modern day effects like pollution affecting these gods. In a way, the fact that religion is so amorphous and capable of being redefined and reimagined in Japanese animation makes it that much more capable of connecting with people and connecting the modern day to tradition and spirituality. These things can coexist. From blockbuster hits like Kimi no Na wa and Spirited Away to anime television series like Natsume's Book of Friends or Yokai Watch, themes of religion and spirituality continue to exist in anime, and it doesn't seem like it's going to stop anytime soon. So when I think about the future of anime, I can definitely see religion continuing to play a huge part in it. But surprisingly, there isn't much scholarship about religion and anime. According to Professor Baraka Thomas, the research between anime and religion continues to be a huge unexplored territory, and scholars and anime fans together should find a way to analyze and critically think about religion and anime and how those two live together. And similar to how musubi serves in Kimi no Na wa, anime serves as a connecting factor between tradition and spirituality and religion to the modern world of Japan and many other ideas of modernity. Anyway, thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much.